Well, hello lifestylers, and welcome to Lifestyle with Latasha. Well, in today's video, you're going to be with me as I go through a couple of things that I picked up in my most recent haul. So we know that we're in the spring season and we're getting ready to change over colors, and the flowers are blooming and the trees are budding and all of those great things. Well, I, over the past couple of months, have picked up a couple of items that I have wanted to utilize for spring. And so today I'm going to be showing you what some of those items are. If you have been paying any attention to what's going on as far as trends, you know that brown is a trend for 2025. Now, that may seem a little indifferent because it seems like brown would be a fall color. However, I have decided that I am going to try to see what I could do with a little bit of brown in my house. Now, even though what you see here may appear like a lot of brown, all of it won't stay brown. There are some items that I picked up that I'm actually going to change out the color on and do a little bit of DIY on. But just to go over some of the things that I was able to pick up just over the past couple of weeks are some really pretty things that I really just felt like I needed to incorporate into my home decor. So let's start out with something really simple. So this first item here, I actually got this item. It was $1.39, and I got it from my local Goodwill. Why I thought this was really pretty is it has a nice size to it, but it's going to be something that I can utilize on my bookshelves. However, I'm not going to allow it to stay this color. I'm going to actually probably transition this into white. If you know anything about this channel, you know my wall in my kitchen, my living room is tricorn black. So white would definitely be a pop, but that just goes to show you, you can pick up some really great things at the Goodwill. These two items, other items that I found at the Goodwill, these were $3 a piece. Now, in truth and transparency, these are copper. I have questioned whether or not I am going to change it because copper is a really nice thing to have. However, it's still on the fence. I'm still on the fence about what I'm going to do with that one. The last thing that I picked up from the Goodwill, this one was $3, is this brown vase. Now, I have a brown vase. Actually, I have quite a few, but they're all larger, and I needed something that was more on this side. So, trying to decide if I'm going to keep it. The next thing, please, 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 always check out the clearance areas in all of the stores. I'm telling you, you can find some of the most amazing deals. So this little orb, like I said before, tricorn black is my color. So black accent pieces for me are really great. This little piece was $2.99. So it's a nice size little piece of decor that I'm going to utilize. This one is metal. I found it. It was $3.50. And this is just something that I can utilize on the table. And so I thought that was a really great find. This one I absolutely love. It's a little love knot. And this one was $1.99. So when we think about doing home decor and we're thinking about setting up like our coffee table or our desk and all things, these are great little pieces that you can put on those coffee table books that we often use. Here is the next thing that I found at Hobby Lobby. These votives that are more along the lines of a brown color. Since brown is a thing for this year, I figured let me find some votives that I can incorporate into my living room space. And in the next video, you'll get to see me do that. But these were $2. And so I thought these were great. And what's great about it? I can use these in the fall. I can use them for Christmas anytime because it's such a pretty color. The next thing that I found here was this little vase jar that I could utilize by putting a succulent in, or I could put some greenery in or flowers or something like that. I love the shape of it, and this was $4 and I got it from Hobby Lobby as well. This tray. Now, if you've been here before, you know that I have a gold tray that I've utilized quite often. It's a little bit larger than this, but it was a Target find many years ago, and I use it quite often. So I really didn't need another gold tray. However, this one's metal, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color this one black. I'm gonna DIY it because I was looking online and I was like, okay, I want a black tray that I can utilize in my home decor. However, $30 versus $10. So I've mentioned it before, I'm always trying to find ways that I can cut costs. A lot of these items, you'll see me talk about using them here in my own home, but there are a lot of items that I utilize for my clients because I am a realtor by trade. I stage my clients' homes when we get ready to put their homes on the market. So a lot of times I will use my own items if they don't have things that are similar to decorate their homes. And I don't want those things to be something that's really costly or expensive that can get damaged or broken, if that makes sense. So this item here, I actually got this from, where did I get this one from? This is from HomeGoods. I was out, I had taken my dog to the vet and I needed to waste some time. And I decided to stop in. I'm so glad that I did because I found this beautiful abstract bowl that I absolutely love, and I think it's gonna fit perfectly into my decor. This was one of the more expensive items that I got on that little shopping tour. This one was $14. This here is an item that I got maybe at the beginning of the year from TJ Maxx. Once again, coming into 2025 and talking about the color brown. This is one that I found at TJ Maxx that was $8. It was clearance. So I'm gonna utilize it just in this, set up for spring this time, but it's probably gonna be a piece that I'm gonna use most often in the basement for my husband because I think it's kind of masculine, but I'm gonna utilize it here. So still hanging with the brown and keeping in mind, I love the fact that brown is the color because brown, we could utilize it in, like I said, spring, fall, whenever, but these are pieces that I could use whenever. These are those pillow covers. And so you guys know that I'm always on Amazon and I'm always looking for pillow covers. So I've got some chocolate pillow covers that I'm going to be using, and I thought these were going to be really perfect. Here are some other items that I actually was able to get from Hobby Lobby. These were two little orbs that I could use on my end tables. They were $2 and $3. I thought this was a great find. I was really excited about those. Now, I'm going to come in a little closer because I really want you to see this. Everybody is aware of the marble bowls that are on trend right now. Pottery Barn, Arhaus, all of the local higher end stores carry this. HomeGoods actually carries those high end marble bowls that are so beautiful. Guys, I cannot tell you the excitement of walking into Hobby Lobby and finding this bowl, and I'm going to show you the price. Can you see that? This bowl was $7.99. It is a fraction of those bowls, and I'm going to put a picture up here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Those bowls are ranging anywhere from $39.99 to $89. And this one, now keep in mind, this is not marble, but it has the same look and feel as that one that will be in the picture above. And so I was really, really excited to see that one. The next thing is, this is a piece that I got. This piece was $5.99. I really love the color on it. It has texture. It has little black specks in it that I thought were really pretty. And I'm going to be utilizing this on my bookshelves. This is another piece that came before on my channel that I'm all about utilizing things that I know cannot get damaged. This is metal. This is something that will be sustainable. I love the fact that it's a beautiful flower that I could utilize for spring and for summer. And I'm really going to take advantage of utilizing that. Here are some coffee table books that I got from Amazon that I had not utilized just yet. And this one is called Home. Now, I'm going to be honest, this one was a little surprising because when I got it, they're all blank pages. So there's nothing in the book. I'm going to let you see this. It really is simply a coffee table book. So I'm a little torn whether or not I'm going to keep that because I really like to read my coffee table books, and it's hard to read it when it ain't got nothing in it. So I don't know. Still kind of torn about that one. Of course, call it home because brown is the color. I have coffee table books that are more along a neutral color, but I decided I wanted to bring something that did have that chocolate color that I could utilize, and I thought this was the perfect one. And this one has content, so I can actually utilize it to get different ideas about different things to do around the house as far as decorating. So that one was a good find. This, I have been looking for a cloche forever, and I wanted one that had a thoroughly thick top, which this one does, quite thick. I don't have to worry about it as much getting broken. There are some that the tops are really thin. This is one that is really thick, and I love the fact that it has a black base. This one is also a stand, which means that it'll be able to sit up a little bit taller when I put my dessert pastries on there, and I'm thinking I'm going to utilize this all around my kitchen. So I was really excited about this one. This one came from HomeGoods, and it was $19. So this was probably, out of my haul, the most expensive thing that I was able to find this time. So I'm really excited about that. This is marble, and this one is $25. I was able to get this because I love the color. It's more neutral and it kind of matches my couches. So I'll utilize it in my living room, and I love the color of that one as well. Coming into my beads, I have been looking for the thicker, heavier weight beads, and I have had the hardest time finding them. I didn't order them from Amazon. I didn't go on there and look, but every time I'm going to HomeGoods or TJ Maxx or Marshalls or anything like that, I will look for these. I finally found some, and these were $19. And I love the fact that they're wood. I have several ones that are smaller, but I wanted some really thick ones. And so I'm really glad that I was able to find those. And then the final thing is, you're gonna see in a minute, I am going to decorate my kitchen. And guess what color I'm gonna be using? I wonder what could it be? So these are some towels that I got from Amazon. Come in a pack of 4. I love the fact that they're really soft, but I love the fact that they have all of these different colors where you could utilize whichever color you want. Now, once again, dealing with the browns and oranges is something that I could use in the fall as well. But I love that this one has the color black with it, because if you notice, my island is black. And so that's my accent color in here. So I was really excited about that one. And then this one, I'm going to do something really special and different with it, and I'm going to see if it's going to work out. But I am going to decorate my kitchen really fast, and you're going to get to see me do that. And so you're going to get to see me utilize some of the items that I have today in my haul. So let's get started, and it's going to be really quick, and I hope you enjoy it. Of course, if you do, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, leave your comments down below, and don't forget, share this video with a friend. Thank you for joining. All right, before we get started decorating, I am going to showcase some of the items that I will be using to decorate my kitchen. I want to once again thank you for joining me as I do so. And as you can see, the colors that I've chosen are more along the lines of a peachy orange color. And I just decided to do something a little bit different. As you can also see, I'm going to be utilizing some of the new items that I just did in my haul revealed at the beginning of this video. I'm really excited to get started in my kitchen. I'm excited for the color because this is my first time utilizing this color. Instead of doing the yellows or the pinks, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you get some inspiration for your own home. And of course, as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave your comments down below, and share it with a friend. Let's get started, guys. So we're going to do a quick setup of my kitchen area, and I want to let you know that this color that I've chosen is more along the color of a peachy color, and I'm going to incorporate a little bit more orange with it. I'm calling this my citrus kitchen. So you'll see why once I get everything set up. So this is that marble tray that I mentioned before, and I'm just gonna take some oranges. These are faux, but I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them on there to tie the color in with the peach flowers in the orange color. So this is also one of the pieces that you've seen me use before. It's my gold tray. It's a little elevated, but I'm gonna use some of my mercury balls and put them on the bottom. The last thing that I'm gonna bring in is gonna be a candle, of course, because as you know, I love candles. And so this is gonna be really a simple table. It's probably the simplest that I've ever done it, but I love it. I love the simplicity of it. I love how the flowers are dramatic. And let's just go with that. All right, so moving right along to the space where my kitchen stovetop is, we're gonna start out with this box in this corner. To bring in that citrus color, I'm gonna add in a bouquet of tulips, and once again, bringing in that citrus color. I'm gonna add in that piece that I just had in my haul there. And then the final thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring in a candle just to create that ambiance. All right, so the next place that we're gonna go is right here on my stovetop, and we use our cutting boards quite often. And because of the color of these, they're a little bit on the lighter side, more of a bright color. I decided to incorporate them as well. And then I'm gonna bring in this little wreath. And what I did to enhance the color of it, and just to give it a little pop, is I took 2 of the tulips and I wrapped them around the wreath just to incorporate that color in there to bring some life to that wreath. And then the final thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my cloche here, and I'm gonna sit it here in front of the cutting boards. And I know that I mentioned that I was gonna utilize it for pastries, but honestly, it's late at night. However, to enhance the color, I'm gonna add in some of those faux oranges, and voila, there you have it. Guys, I actually love it. That area. Tell me down below what you think. For the final area on the side of the cooktop, I'm gonna bring in another one of those boxes. I'm gonna bring in another bouquet of the tulips. And this time I'm gonna add in this little ball. And I'm using the black color because I think it's gonna set off and enhance the color of my island. And I thought that was just a perfect fit. So, and then the final thing is, I think I'm gonna sit this up here, is I'm gonna add in a candle here as well. And that's gonna wrap it for this side. All right, moving right along, we're gonna go to the center island. And here I'm gonna utilize a Lazy Susan. Now, it won't be used for that purpose, but I'm gonna use it because I thought it was really pretty in color. And I'm gonna add in my inspiration for this spring video, which is this bouquet of flowers that I created. Now, I must admit, I have a lot of florals, and so I kind of had to figure out, okay, what colors am I gonna go with? And how am I gonna make it work? And this is what I came up with. So also, I'm gonna add in these candlesticks that you've seen me use time and time again. Of course, I have these faux candles that I got from Amazon, and I will link anything that I've just recently done, of course, down below, including the haul. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in one of these little boxes, and I'm just gonna prop it open there. And to that, we're gonna add in one of those dishcloths that we just got in that haul. And then the final thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in one of those faux oranges. And that is gonna be it for this piece. So I didn't get a chance to showcase how I added the pieces on my hot chocolate station. But I just wanted to give you a visual of what we actually did over there. All of the colors are cohesive as they are around the rest of the kitchen, with those tulips, some black mugs. And now I'm gonna go into actually showing you the final reveal. And of course, that'll be by my twilight view. Take care and enjoy. Thank you for joining me today.